All right, folks. Let's now talk about a new polling out of Georgia. Today, Hit Strategies and Higher Heights for America released a survey on black women voters in Georgia and their attitudes toward the Georgia Senate runoffs. This is critically important because, again, black women have played a huge role in so many different elections, turning out at a higher rate than anybody else. Roshni Nedungadi, did I pronounce it right? Hold on.
Nedungadi.
Nedungadi. Got it. All right. A partner with His Strategy joins us right now. In a moment, we're going to have Glenda Carr, President and CEO of Higher Heights for America. And so, Roshni, all right. So what are the results of this poll? What did it show?
Thank you so much for having me on. And one of the big results that we found is that while 83% of Black women say they're definitely going to go vote in this upcoming runoff, and that number is even higher among Black women over age 50, 93% say they're extremely likely to go vote in the upcoming runoff. A majority, 52%, couldn't name what date the runoff election was taking place when we asked, what day is the runoff happening? And this is really important because 42% want to vote in person early and 31% want to vote by mail. So a whole quarter of Black women in Georgia plan on voting before the election date, but don't know when that is. So it's really important that organizations on the ground get out there, shore up support from their base, Black women, and make sure that they understand when the election is happening and how they can vote.
Also, I probably for the candidates, I saw one story, $250 million in ads have been run. Y'all might want to put the damn date in those ads.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it's one thing to say, vote for me. Hell, if I don't know when the hell to vote for you.
Yes, and there are so many different dates here. There's when to register to vote by. There's when to request your ballot by. There's when to get your early ballot in by. So voters in Georgia might be overwhelmed with the number of dates. So just providing these voters with information on where to vote, how to vote, and when to vote by will be crucial.
In this poll, did they say who they prefer?
The majority of these Black women, of course, are supporting Warnock and Ossoff, much like they did in the November elections.
What about any numbers supporting Loeffler and Perdue? I was seeing previous polling that showed that Loeffler was doing better among African Americans than Perdue was.
Better, but still a very small amount. I think only 3 or 4% of Black voters overall in Georgia voted for Republicans in the November election, and that number is decreasing even more in these runoff elections.
What are these Black women saying are their top issues?
So these Black women are interested, find coronavirus, healthcare, and racism and discrimination as their top 3 issues. And this really carries through to how they're thinking about the Senate races. They think that the Senate has a very big impact on their day-to-day life. And they find that bills that are stalled in the Senate, like the HEROES Act that would provide coronavirus relief, the Pre-Existing Conditions Act that would cover pre-existing conditions guaranteed, and the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act are really important bills that would impact their community on day one after passing. So they're thinking about these issues and how that applies to the Senate race and the hopes of turning the Senate blue and achieving a Democratic majority in order to pass some of these bills.
I'm going to bring in Glenda Carr, President and CEO of Higher Heights for America right now. Glenda, how you doing?
Pretty good in yourself. How are you?
Doing great. What anything that jumps out in particular for you and this poll of Black women in Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, it's an important piece of polling that we are happy that we connected with Roshni and Hit Strategies. We wanted to hear directly from Georgia women voters as they prepare to do 3 things. Prepare to have all the information they need to vote, prepare to make a safe vote plan, and more importantly, the research points to that Black women are very clear that they have the opportunity to decide this election and to send elected leaders to Congress, and in this instance, the United States,
Is Glenda still there? I thought, did we lose her? Glenda, you still there?
Yeah, you said
Okay,
what?
yeah. Audio broke up there. Glenda, what needs to happen with groups on the ground? Because if the numbers are showing a lot of people have no idea what this runoff even is, I mean that's going to be a huge thing where people actually know what's going on. And there's always this natural drop off for runoffs anyway. And this is where the black vote could to be even more important in the runoff if you had that sort of drop off.
Is, as you said, there are boots on the ground. We spent the last month and a half talking about the amazing organizing in Georgia, and it is about us making sure that voters have the information they need. And we have to go back to, the way that Black women always organized. Like, until the day my mother died, she would call me and my brothers on every election cycle to ensure that we had a vote plan. So that is what I suspect Black women will be doing while they are preparing for the holidays, as they are caring for their loved ones during COVID-19. And frankly, as you know, people are concerned about the economic uncertainties of this time. But this poll points to that they're very clear that they know that we need to send leaders to decision-making tables on the local, state, and national level that will send.
Roshni, our last question for you. Was there anything particular that Black rural women differed with Black women in cities?
In that in our rural counties in Georgia, they actually say that they are less likely to vote than those in urban counties. So I think making sure that not only everyone has information, but making sure that our turnout operation is also focused on rural counties to make sure that rural Black women are represented as well.
That absolutely is important. And folks, just to underscore that point, we are going to be on the ground in Macon, Georgia, and Albany on Saturday, Columbus, Georgia on Sunday, and we'll be partnering with Black Voters Matter next week to hit several other cities as well. And of course, Joe Biden announced today that he is going to be traveling to Georgia on Tuesday to campaign for Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, and we're going to be there as well. So we certainly thank both of you for joining with us. Give us the update on the poll. Where can people, if they want to read it for themselves, where can they go to read the polling results?
They can be both on both of our websites, higherheightsforamerica.org
and hitstrat.com.
All right, Roshni, Glenda, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks
for having us.
All right, go back to our panel here.